On-premise versus the cloud. The digital landscape is evolving rapidly, and businesses are increasingly leveraging technology to enhance their operations. Among the most significant advancements is the shift from traditional on-premise infrastructure to cloud-based solutions, and more recently, hybrid models. In this lesson, we're going to discuss these concepts, highlighting the responsibility matrix, hybrid considerations, third-party vendors, and key considerations such as availability, resiliency, cost, responsiveness, scalability, ease of deployment, risk transference, patch availability, inability to patch, power, and compute. First up, cloud computing. Cloud computing is the delivery of computing services over the internet, including servers, storage, databases, networking, software analytics, and intelligence. This technology offers faster innovation, flexible resources, and economies of scale. For example, Netflix leverages cloud computing to stream content to millions of users worldwide. Now, within cloud computing, there are a few concepts that you should be familiar with. These include the responsibility matrix, third-party vendors, and hybrid solutions. Responsibility matrix. In cloud computing, the responsibility matrix outlines the division of responsibilities between the cloud service provider and the customer. For instance, in an infrastructure as a service model, the provider is responsible for managing the infrastructure while the customer handles everything else, including the operating system, middleware, runtime, data, and applications. This always changes according to the model used and the contractual agreements between the service provider and the customer, but it's always an integral part of the agreement. Next up, third-party vendors. Third-party vendors play a crucial role in cloud computing. They provide specialized services that enhance the functionality, security, and efficiency of cloud solutions. These services range from cloud management tools, security solutions, to data analytic tools. For example, Cloud Health by VMware provides cost management, governance, automation, and security for multi-cloud environments. The third concept that you should be familiar with is hybrid solutions. Hybrid solutions combine on-premise infrastructure, private cloud services, and public cloud services. They allow businesses to move workloads between environments depending on their needs. When considering a hybrid solution, businesses must consider data security, compliance, interoperability, and cost. They must ensure that sensitive data is protected, regulatory requirements are met, systems can communicate with each other, and the solution is cost-effective. For example, a healthcare organization might use a hybrid solution to manage its IT needs. The organization could host sensitive patient data on its on-premise servers to maintain high levels of control and security. This is crucial due to stringent regulations like HIPAA or the Health Insurance Portability and Accountability Act that mandate the protection of patient information. For less sensitive, high-volume tasks like email hosting or data analysis, the organization could leverage cloud solutions. This allows them to scale their resources up or down based on demand and save costs infrastructure maintenance. Next up, on-premise solutions. On-premise solutions refer to the computing infrastructure that is physically located on-site at a business. The business is responsible for maintaining the hardware, software, and other resources. For instance, a small law firm might choose to keep all of its data and applications on-premise due to the sensitive nature of the legal documents and client information it handles. The firm has a server room where all of the data is stored and managed. All software updates, security measures, and system upgrades are handled in-house by the firm's IT department. This setup allows the firm to have complete control over its data, ensuring that sensitive information is not exposed to third-party vendors or potential breaches associated with cloud solution. It also allows for immediate access and control over their data, which can be crucial in a fast-paced legal environment. Now, there are a few key considerations that you should be aware of in the cloud computing world. These are availability, resilience, cost, responsiveness, scalability, ease of deployment, risk transference, ease of recovery, patch availability, inability to patch, power, and compute. Availability refers to the system's ability to be accessed when needed. Cloud services often offer high availability due to the distributed nature, which means that they can continue to operate even if one data center experiences an outage. For example, Amazon Web Services or AWS offers service-level agreements promising an annual uptime percentage of at least 99.99% for their Amazon S3 and Amazon EC2 services. This high level of availability ensures that businesses using these services can access their data and applications almost anytime. Next, resilience. Resilience is the system's ability to recover from failures and continue to function. Cloud services are inherently resilient due to their distributed and redundant infrastructure. For instance, Google's Cloud Platform, or GCP, cloud storage is designed to provide robust data resilience, even in the event of a simultaneous failure of two data centers. Data stored in the GCP cloud storage is still accessible and safe. Next up, cost. While cloud services can reduce upfront costs, ongoing costs can add up. It's essential to consider both the immediate and the long-term costs of cloud adoption. For example, a startup might choose AWS's pay-as-you-go model to avoid high upfront costs. However, as their usage grows, so do their costs. They might need to consider reserved instances or saving plans to reduce long-term costs. Next, responsiveness. Responsiveness refers to the speed at which the system can adapt to changes in demand. Cloud services are highly responsive, allowing businesses to quickly scale resources up or down as needed. For instance, e-commerce site might use Microsoft Azure's auto-scaling feature to handle increased traffic during a sale. This ensures their site remains responsive, providing a smooth customer experience. Scalability. Scalability is the system's ability to handle increased workloads. Cloud services offer virtually unlimited scalability, allowing businesses to grow without worrying about the infrastructure limitations. Going back to the Netflix example from earlier, Netflix uses AWS to scale its streaming services to accommodate its growing user base, handling peak viewing times and expanding into new regions without investing in physical infrastructure. Next, ease of deployment. Cloud services are generally easier to deploy than on-premise solutions. They don't require physical installation and can be set up in a matter of minutes or hours. For instance, a small business might use Shopify's cloud-based e-commerce platform to quickly set up an online store without needing technical expertise or physical servers. Next, risk transference. With cloud services, some risks are transferred to the provider. However, the customer is still responsible for securing their data and applications. To give an example, a company using Salesforce transfers the risk of CRM software maintenance and infrastructure security to Salesforce. However, the company is still responsible for user access, security, and data protection. Next, ease of recovery. Cloud services often offer easy data recovery and backup solutions, protecting businesses from data loss. A company using Dropbox for cloud storage can easily recover files deleted accidentally, protecting them from potential data loss. Next, patch availability. Cloud service providers regularly release patches to fix vulnerabilities. Customers do not have to worry about finding and applying these patches themselves. Microsoft regularly releases patches for its Office 365 suite. Customers receive these updates automatically, ensuring their software is always up to date and secure. Next, inability to patch. Sometimes businesses might not be able to apply patches due to compatibility issues or lack of control over the cloud environment. For example, a business using a legacy application in the cloud might not be able to apply a patch if it's not compatible with the older version of the software they're using. Next, power. For customers, one of the advantages of cloud computing is that they don't have to worry about power consumption. The cloud service provider takes care of all the infrastructure, including the power supply. This not only reduces costs for the customer, also eliminates the need to manage power supply issues. And finally, compute. Compute in cloud computing refers to the amount of computational resources that a customer can use. This includes the number of CPUs, the amount of memory, and the type and size of storage. Cloud service providers offer a range of compute options to suit different needs. For instance, Amazon Web Services, or AWS, offers a high variety of compute instances, from small, low-cost instances for simple tasks to high-performance instances for compute-intensive workloads. So remember, cloud computing offers flexibility, scalability, and cost-effectiveness, but businesses must consider the division of responsibilities, third-party vendors, and ongoing costs. On-premise solutions offer high levels of control and security, but they can be expensive and challenging to maintain and scale. Hybrid solutions offer flexibility and control, but businesses must consider data security, compliance, interoperability, and cost. Key considerations when choosing a solution include availability, resilience, cost, responsiveness, scalability, ease of deployment, risk transference, patch availability, inability to patch, power, and compute.